Got it hooked up for another adventure. This time we've got full insulation, full electricity, even though they're temporary outlets. We've got a heater, electric heater, and we have a gas propane heater backup in case. Working porch light. I think we're ready to go. So we'll take off, and when we get to camp, we'll show you how we set it up. Welcome to Belknap Hot Springs. We pulled in right around 5-ish, so it was starting to get a little bit dark this time of year. It was nice to see all the lights on the trailer working. And this is basically our basic setup procedure. When we pull in, we will level side to side. When we did the trailer build, I made sure I tried to get that back window as level as I could to the rest of the trailer, so we use that as our leveling point. And once we get that done, we'll chalk the wheels and get all that prepared. The chalks that you'll see me use here in a little bit are kind of my own design. I used to work in aircraft fire and rescue in the Marine Corps, and we would often taxi aircraft to the base of the tower for VIPs. And the airfield used a much heavier duty chalk than what I'm using on the trailer, but it was that design that I kind of borrowed when I made mine. And when I made ours, I used treated 4x4s with a 45-degree angle cut on them, and I used threaded rod, and I bolted with nuts and lock washers onto one side of the treated 4x4, and then the other side I drilled a hole through so that it could slide back and forth, and I had to go a size or two drill bit bigger than the threaded rod just so it slid easy enough. And I used that with a basically a tensioning nut on the end to draw them close together. And I found especially for a single axle trailer like this, when you do that, it really stiffens it up and keeps it in place really, really well. A lot better than just the loose chalks that I see people use. I am thinking about redesigning them, maybe even buying some heavy-duty rubber chalks and using the threaded rod with those. I'm just not sure how long that treated 4x4 is going to last. I mean, they've been around a while. I mean, we've had these with our Rockwood Mini Light, our R-Pod, and now I've kept them, and they're now being used on our DIY trailer. But as you can see here, I just tension up that nut using the threaded rod. Just sucks those two pieces together and really firmly holds on to that tire. And with a single axle trailer like this, it's really nice to be able to have that tension. It really helps in stability when you're at camp and walking around. But this isn't our first time to Belknap Hot Springs. I will do my best to remember to attach in the description below our previous video that actually talks a little bit more about the park itself. This time it's just a really nice trip with our trailer. It was really nice to have no incidents, no leaky windows. Everything worked and worked well. The 120 volt worked, the 12 volt worked. It was really nice to have two separate circuits so we could have the microwave and the heater going at the same time. But some people may question the fact that I went with a manual tongue jack. And, you know, everybody has their preferences. My thought process on it was kind of twofold. Is one, an electric one has an electric motor. Electric motor has a lot of weight. I'm trying to keep weight down. This is a relatively light jack, even though it is definitely overkill. I think the jack there is rated for either 3,000 or 5,000 pounds, and my tongue weight's like 300 and some, 340, 350 pounds. So it's way overkill for the size of the tongue weight that I have. But I like the manual ability. It's less to break down. To me, it's more reliable. It's lighter weight. That's why I went with it. I know other folks would prefer the electric, and more power to them. To each their own. But this was our preference. It's also kind of nice having such a light tongue weight. I don't have to worry about the stabilizer bars, and that I have the electric stabilizer system attached to the trailer. Makes breaking this section down really nice. And so far I've been really happy with those rubber coated coiled safety cables instead of chains. They are rated to 5,000 pounds each. And the trailer, last time I weighed it, only weighed 1,600 pounds, but I haven't weighed it since we got all the interior wrapped up. And then this is setting up our stabilizers, my homemade stabilizers. The square on top of my pads are actually just small sections of horse mat. And I figure that gives a little bit extra cushion. It's protecting the metal end of the stabilizer a little bit better than just being on the wood, or especially on the concrete. Might make it a little quieter. I don't know. I haven't really tested it. But the pull pins are really easy to deal with, really easy to get to. I found that even if the stabilizers are at slightly different levels, it doesn't matter, because once you tension up the ratchet strap, it puts equal tension on both sides, and I've been super happy with the stability of these arms. And then, of course, right here, after I get it tightened, I take the loose end of the strap and put it through the eye bolt and tie it off so it's up off the ground in case it rains, so it won't get as wet. I may down the road shorten the strap and take care of it that way, but for now this works. And again, I'll try to attach our other video of the springs so you get a little bit more information, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.